Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in my kitchen, as you can see, and I am just making a few different recipes for natural wellness for our family. And I thought that I would bring you guys along and just show you what I'm doing, a few of the little recipes that I'm using, and how to make it. One of the things I've only done once before, and I'm trying it a little bit different this time, so I'll take you guys along for that half of an experience. I'll show you what I have, and then I'll show you what I'm trying to attempt. So anyway, I think I've got 3 different recipes I want to do with you guys. One is elderberry syrup, another one is cold season tea, and then also a garlic salve rub for like your chest and stuff when you've got croup or a cold, bronchitis. So anyway, that's what I'm working on today. It's just going to be kind of an impromptu video, and I'm just hoping that it can be a blessing for you or something that's beneficial for you or a friend of yours this season. There's a lot of stuff going around this year already, or well, I guess we're not yet to the new year, but you know what I mean. This season, this illness season. So we just need to be prepared, and these are just a couple things that are good to have on hand. So let's get on into this, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. So the first thing that I'm working on right now is garlic salve. I had made some the other day, and what I did was I just blended up a whole bunch of garlic cloves, raw garlic cloves, with melted coconut oil, and then I added in a whole bunch of this Breathe Ease by Rocky Mountain Oils, and so it smells good, but it's a little bit grainy because I really should have strained out the little tiny garlic pieces. Like, they're very, very small, but I should have strained them out with a cloth into my jar. But this time I'm gonna do something similar, so I'll show you how I do it. But I'm also gonna be adding some olive oil to it, and also some beeswax, because I want it to be just a little more stable, I guess, instead of melting so quick. So I've just got a little food chopper here, and I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil in there, and then I'm going to grab the coconut oil. Okay, I've melted some coconut oil in the microwave, which means that it's warm, and so that will also help to infuse this garlic. I have a whole bunch of garlic from my garden in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cloves. They're really big cloves, so I think that will be enough. If you have smaller cloves though, I would recommend that you definitely use 8 of them, and I might add another one. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so I'm just gonna start pureeing this mixture. Okay. All right, so you see what that looks like here? Let's see if I can bring you guys in. Right. There you go. So it's just kind of a milky consistency, and I will strain it through some cloth so that it doesn't have all these little itty bitty particles in it. Now, you do not want very many beeswax pellets, because it a little bit does go a long way. So I've just got a little bit there in the bottom, and then I'm going to strain this in there, and I guess I'm gonna melt it that way. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I didn't want to melt it and put it in here because I don't want it to stick to my food chopper. So that's the thing I'm trying to figure out. So you're troubleshooting right along with me. Okay, so here we go. I've got this little sieve here, and I've just got a piece of cotton, very porous cotton cloth. I don't know, I think I got it on a clearance rack at some time. Anyway, it works really good for this sort of thing. So I'm just gonna pour the garlic mixture right into there. And I can hear it running into the measuring cup below. And I'm just gonna bring it up like this and just kind of squeeze it in. And remember that the main thing is I don't want the little pieces of garlic in there. It works fine if I don't do this, but I'm telling you what, your kid is going to appreciate it and tolerate this a whole lot better if they don't have little itty bitty garlic particles on their chest. So I'm just squeezing it out. It's very garlicky. Very garlicky. All right, so I am just simply melting the beeswax in the microwave here, and I've got it about right there. All right, so it looks like the beeswax is fairly melted. Sorry, I'm trying to show you guys. It's always a little hard to adjust the camera just so when you're filming yourself and you're trying to stir things. All right, so we've got garlic and olive oil, coconut oil, and beeswax all melted in here. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Breathe Easy Essential Oil Blend, and I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There you go. Just put a bunch in there. All right, now see, I feel like I'm still seeing a lot of garlic, but maybe that's the beeswax. It's always hard to tell. Let me make sure. Okay, definitely the beeswax, and it's setting up already. All right, so I am gonna pour it into one of these little itty bitty jars here and just try to scrape as much of the beeswax out as you can, because let me tell you what, I speak from experience making candles. It is very difficult to get beeswax off of stuff. But anyway, that's as easy as it is, and I will show you guys in just a little bit what this looks like. It's already setting up like really, really nicely. So I'm just gonna put a lid on here, and this is gonna turn into a nice garlic salve. And you can put it on the bottoms of the feet and on the chest and on the back. All right, so the next recipe I'm gonna show you how to do is very easy. It's just an elderberry syrup. I know a lot of us have heard about elderberry syrup, right? Okay. So this is what you're gonna do. I've just got a little saucepan here. I'm going to pour in 3 cups of water. And then I'm going to take 1 cup of dried elderberries. Yes, 1 cup. 1 to 3. And then I'm going to bring this to a boil on the stove, and I'm gonna simmer it for 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna mash the berries, because now they're nice and soft, right? And then I'm going to boil them for 5 more minutes. And then I'm gonna strain it through my mesh and add honey. And I can also add the juice of a lemon. And then I'll bottle it up and put it in the refrigerator. And then you would take 1 to 2 teaspoons of this, you know, every day or whatever. So let's get this on the stove. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so the next recipe is a cold seasoned tea. I got this recipe years ago from my friend Christina, and I've made it quite a bit since. You can look her up at christinaskitchen.org. I'll leave the link below. And she has a bunch of different resources and recipes on there. Her website for you. She actually has a little restaurant, vegetarian restaurant, in the hills and hollows of Kentucky. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to, I need another quart yet of water, but we are going to bring to a boil 2 quarts of water along with a, where is it here, a half of a cup of Pau D'Arco, and also a 3 to 4 tablespoons of licorice root. We're going to bring these to a boil because they're both roots and they actually need to boil. The other herbs will steep. And you guys, this tea is really, really good tasting. So a half of a cup of Pau D'Arco bark. For some reason I was thinking a fourth when I went over there, and that's what I got. So I'm putting in 2. Come on. Sometimes it's slightly stubborn. Okay, so there's about a half of a cup of Pau D'Arco. You can get this on like Mountain Rose Herbs or Bulk Herb Store. And then 3 to 4 tablespoons of licorice root. This stuff tastes really good, and if you've got a bit of a sore throat, it'll really help with that. 1, 2, 3. I always like 4 tablespoons. I like licorice. If you don't, I guess you could put the 3 tablespoons, but it's really good for you. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my other quart of water, and we're going to bring that to a simmer for 10 minutes. Okay, my elderberries there are boiling quite nicely, so I've turned them down, and they're gonna simmer for 30 minutes. Okay, this one got away from me real fast and started spouting out the side of the pot. Alright, it's boiling. I'm turned down the heat way down to low, and I'm just gonna let it simmer for 10 minutes here. So I guess I better start setting some timers here. I'm gonna get all messed up. Okay, timer's done on this, so let me find front here. Okay, there we go. This one's done. And what I'm gonna add to it, whew, it's hot. It's hot, it's hot. Is, what did I tell you guys? Yes, half and half. A half a cup of nettle. Okay. That's very high in vitamin C. And then a half of a cup of peppermint. This peppermint here is from my garden. Okay. And then it does not call for it, but I like to put just a dab of echinacea in it, just for good measure. And then it's gonna steep for 10 more minutes, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Okay, so that tea has it has sat and steeped for 10 more minutes, and now I'm going to strain it into this pitcher here, and then we're going to divide it up. Okay, here we go. it's all strained in to my pitcher. I'm multitasking here. I've got a pink sauce going for some fettuccine. I'm actually using all that garlic pulp in it, and so it is loaded with garlic, and then I'll add a cream sauce to it, and I've got spaghetti bubbling away over there. Okay, so let me show you guys what I'm gonna do here with our concentrate. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this concentrate and you're gonna pour a little bit into the bottom of 7-quart jars, and then we'll fill the rest of the way up with water and pop them in the refrigerator, and they'll keep for a while in there. That is the cold season tea. I'm just gonna pop that right in the refrigerator. You guys, with the licorice and the peppermint in this, it tastes so good. It does not need sweetener or anything. It's like refreshing, and yeah, it's really delicious. And it also just really helps to boost your immune system. So there's that recipe for you guys. I really hope that you try it, and you know, that it'll help your family out. If you start feeling something coming on, you can just drink a quart of this, you know, just down it. All right, so my elderberries are done soaking, and I'm just gonna get a cup of honey, and I'm gonna put it into a quart jar, and then I'll pour the elderberries, strain the elderberries over it. That way it can melt completely. And I'll just keep this in the refrigerator. If you have a one of those little cork bottles, I don't have one right out here now, but you know, something like this, but with the cork on top, that's a really great thing to keep it in. That way you can just pour out a little dose instead of making a mess with the white mouth jar. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna pour it through. Pour it in here. Mash the berries just a bit. Want some pasta? No? All right. So, yeah, we've been dealing with some sickness going on here, and that's what's prompted me to get some of these natural remedies going to have on hand just a bit more. Caleb had a really bad case of croup, and there seems to be like a lot of colds and just, I don't even know what is going on. Sore throats quite a bit, so I'm just trying to get prepared. Trying to be proactive, although I'm kind of doing this in the midst of stuff, and sometimes that's just what ends up prompting you, is knowing that, you know, you've got sickness going on and you want to get your kids better. So that is what's going on. So I'm just going to finish straining the rest of these out. And you can kind of just stick it in the sieve and then press it down, and you'll get more juice out of it that way. Alright, so what I'm going to show you now is here's the syrup. Okay, so here's the syrup. and you can see the honey is down low there, and I'm just gonna stir that up because the elderberries are nice and hot, that juice there. And so I'm just gonna stir that up and combine it. And this will make a really good just wellness syrup for your kids, immune boosting, hopefully really help them out. All right, so that's all combined, and you can just stick that in the fridge. My recipe does say that I can add the juice of a lemon, but I don't generally do that. I just make it like this, stick it in the refrigerator. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed following along with me today as I just made 3 little simple remedies. Oh, and I want to show you the garlic salve too. I forgot to show you guys how that looks all set up. Here's that garlic salve. You can see how it's all nice and set up, and it smells so nice and both garlicky, and yet it has that nice Remedies essential oil in there. I love that combination of the olive oil, the coconut oil, and then the a little bit of beeswax with a whole bunch of garlic cloves all blended up. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is great for rubbing, slathering on the bottom of your child's feet and then putting socks on over that. I'm just going to keep it in the refrigerator because it does have raw garlic in there. But if you slather that on the bottom of your child's feet and then put the socks on while they're sleeping, that's a really good thing. Also the chest and the back. Yeah, that's excellent. Your child smells slightly like spaghetti sauce, but it's really, really good for them. Anyway, if you guys try any of these natural remedies, or if you have a few of your own, I mean, I'm thinking of like colloidal silver and different essential oils, and there's so many things out there that you can do to improve your health and the health of that of your families, and get through the winter months ahead. I did want to recommend a couple of books for you two to have in your library. They are a great resource. Let me get those and I will show them to you. Okay, so I got those books to show you here. The first one is called Be Your Own Doctor. These books are by Rachel Weaver, MH. All right, so by Rachel Weaver, Be Your Own Doctor. Be Your Child's Pediatrician, and also Backyard Pharmacy. These books are all by Rachel Weaver. They're an excellent resource for all different kinds of sicknesses, you know, eczema, chicken pox, bruises, acne even, thrush. It talks about croup, which is something that we've, you know, like I said, just been going through, muscle cramps, so much great information in here. And then I love the fact that this Backyard Pharmacy, it's called Weeds That Heal, and there's all different kinds of herbs that you can both find in your backyard or that you can get from a good source and make all kinds of natural remedies with them. So it's awesome. And then Be Your Own Doctor, an informative guide to herbal home health care, and just so many good things. Talks about chamomile and charcoal, things for ear infections, and talks about echinacea, bee stings, headaches. So much great information, guys. So I got those books at Yoder's, which is a kind of a Amish sort of bulk food store fairly near to me that I can get them from. So you can check if you have a bulk food store near you. You can check one of those. Also, you can get them online. I think you can find them on like half.com or something like that. So anyway, we've got you garlic salve and what else did I make? Elderberry syrup and the cold season tea, which is delicious. So find yourself the herbs, make yourself some of these goodies, and let's keep our families healthy this winter. We'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. That would really be great. And leave me a comment below. What is one of your favorite natural remedies? See you guys next time. Bye-bye.